Here's what happened this week at City Council.
We provided an update to Council on the construction and operations of the water parks, as well as they approved amendments to Schedule C, where we amended fees that will be charged as part of the operation, as well as added some additional ones. And we're on target to open the facilities for water parks next summer, 2020, on Memorial Day weekend. And we also presented changes to the fee schedule based on the feedback that we received from the community, such as the cabana rental rates, being able to do a family of 5 for a season for $130, which we think are going to be needed to be able to make these projects successful and for the community to take advantage of them.
We are supporting Great Wolf Lodge Resorts with their expansion into El Paso, but alongside that, we are looking to also secure the state incentive and engage the Comptroller's office now that we have favorable legislation for El Paso. We're looking at bringing in the first resort hotel to El Paso, huge draw for the region, and it's about 350 rooms, at a minimum 10,000 square feet of what we call convention center space. The city will own the convention center space, just like we'll own the land where Great Wolf Lodge Resort will sit over 10 years, just so that we can comply with the state program.
City Council approved the construction contract for the reconstruction of Holly Place. Well, this continues our execution of the 2013 Street CIP program. This is another street that was included in the reconstruction portion of that program. And so the construction contract that was approved today will allow us to begin construction at the beginning of the year and be complete by the summer.
Council approved 2 contracts today. One is to extend the current contract for fixed route for First Transit for a period of 6 months starting December 1st. And the second one was to award a new contract to MB Transportation for the lift services for transit.
Item 21.2 is an item that allowed us to contribute 100% of the sales and use tax back into the TERS fund. And so that's going to help the city grow a lot of development within the Cohen site. And it's going to help to pay for a lot of big ticket items. So it is important to have that money reinvested back into the Cohen site. For the citizens, it's going to mean that there's going to be development that's going to be spurred quicker as a result, because now all those funds will be dedicated directly to the Cohen site.
City Council approved a partnership agreement between the City of El Paso and the Paso del Norte Community Foundation to disperse $300,000 in support of our census efforts. This means a ton for the community. The census in 2020, it could not be more important. They only count us once every 10 years, and so the funds that we're dispersing in order to support that outreach effort and make sure every El Pasoan is counted couldn't be more valuable to our community.
City Council approved a resolution calling for a special election on December 14, 2019 to fill a vacancy in the office of District Representative number 6. The filing period for a place on the ballot starts today and ends at 5:00 p.m. on November 4th, and early voting runs from November 27th through December 10th.
This week at Council, item number 28.1 was a management update on the federally funded transportation portfolio. I was able to cover the highlights from last year as compared to this year, and really excited to report on how well we've done as a program to really capture the reimbursement. All of our construction projects are either federally or state funded, which means to the City of El Paso that we first pay the invoices and then we get reimbursed by TxDOT. So it's really important that we have a quick turnaround, and now we've gone from several months of that money outstanding to less than a month getting reimbursed by TxDOT. So we've seen an increase of almost $9 million.
There was no action today. It was a management update. So we provided information regarding how we've been engaging the community in El Paso. So we have various ways we've been reaching out to the community to ensure that their voice is heard. It allows them to speak about the budget, to talk about their priorities, for the youth of El Paso to be able to learn about how we budget, what our priorities are, and how they can be involved in their budgeting process as well as their city government.
We currently have 1,169 officers. We currently have an academy class in process that is due to graduate on March 2nd of 2020 with 45 recruits. And we've seen positive net growth in the police department since fiscal year 2017. What this provides for the community is puts more officers out on the street, thus enhancing their safety. It improves our response times, allows us to provide better service to the community.